happy zany beat 'em up game here. So, but we're gonna be playing in the Mademoiselle category here, but it's fun with all three of these characters. Bonjour, Mademoiselle, très bien, but we're gonna be doing Mademoiselle today. Let's see. I think we'll do alternate colors for this. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and count down from the start here in 3, 2, 1.
All right.
So, Zimbar.
Yep.
Tell me about this game.
It is a fun beat 'em up. I've played it with them. From what I remember, every character can drop an ingredient when they die, and what they drop is dependent on how you kill them.
That is exactly right.
And then between stages, you get a little cutscene where you can play things.
Yes, yeah, let me adjust the sound here. I apologize. So, let's fix that here. Cut it in half. All right, there's approximately half. All right. Does that sound better, Fusion? Stop.
But yeah, it's quite a fun game. There's some decent grapple moves such as that. That's just fun to see.
Yep. So yeah, there's grapples are like by far the fastest way to kill enemies in this game.
But yeah, enemies are really interesting looking. There's a lot of kind of wacky stuff.
Yeah, like the Lagoon and that. Yep. So yeah, each stage, except for a couple of exceptions, have 2 parts. That's a power-up, we're not going to grab that. Instead, we're going to show off our lovely little taunt here. So, if we grab that power-up, I do get a boost to my total health, but it also spawns a clone, which changes the spawns from 1 player to 2 players, which is a lot slower. And the clone that spawns when we do that is about as likely to beat me up as it is to actually help out the enemies. So we're not going to do that. So, instead, we're going to stay focused on killing enemies fast. Now with Mademoiselle, the fastest throw kill is with her little energy ball throw, which is kind of the earlier input. It's a little slower of an input, but the stronger throw is this little head spin trick. The problem with the head spin is that it keeps going, even if the enemy is dead. So, like when this Moai is at 0 health, I'll still spin for the other disadvantage is that, you know, if you do the head spin, you will be in the air, so you can't step on the little guys. Alright, so here's our first boss, Kiriko. She's a fun boss for sure. So, thankfully, yeah, we get the and there we go, that's the first boss. Hope you enjoyed Kiriko. Good fight.
And now you get the meal scene.
And now the reason we're playing this, yes. Dinner time! So you put 2 ingredients together, and RoboChef will prepare something lovely for you. So, there we go. We used a little protein powder and some flour, I guess? No, that was rice.
Yeah.
And so we made like super rice. So.
And, you know, again, that's the whole ingredient drop thing. And I believe each character has different preferences, right? So
yes.
They get different meals and
yep,
different bonuses based on what they were.
Mademoiselle's favorite foods are spicy foods, so we want to pick up green peppers. Unfortunately, they don't start spawning until stage 3, so that's the other disadvantage for her is her run can be a little bit tricky if you take too much damage early on. You can wind up dying early on if you take too many hits, because you can't recover much health with her until you get the peppers. Oh, the lag. The other thing you can do Let's see here. Bonjour's favorite food is steak and more steak. So you just pick up beef and then more beef, and you use the same ingredient twice. You'll need for like 40 per steak or something like that, which is a lot. And then Fabien's favorite food is sweets, and so you have to pick up ice cream for him, and then you can mix it with flour to make ice cream cake. But we're going to be grabbing hot peppers and tofu, and I'll make her Mademoiselle's favorite dish. This is like the alley of the moais. There's only moais here, which is a great place to pick up tofu, but we still can't find pepper. So, you can actually see that I've been gaining health gradually as we play. Every like 2 pieces of food, you get 1 pixel of health on your health bar, and the health bar goes from red to yellow to green to light blue to dark blue. Why am I getting hit there? Alright, so this is a boss, including a very interesting ride. This is Ah Yeah. Or Oh Yeah. He's very interesting because he can steal your health if he gets you with that. So, as long as we're very careful about things. Alright, good fight. That was a really good fight. Dinner time! So, we don't have any good ingredients for like the first 2 stages, so I'm just gonna smash through it with that. I just have a nice little salad here. Salad. 9 health, it's like barely anything. Yeah, I'm not even at full health anymore, so. Alright, so stage 3. This introduces the first kinds of enemies that we can get peppers from. The first of which is Piku Piku right here. If we finish her off with that uppercut, she drops pepper. And then this is Jewel, for lack of a better word. Depending on how you do him, he always drops favorite foods. He will either drop steak, ice cream, or peppers, and that's kind of his purpose, other than being a punching bag. We also have these lovely bunnies. Missed. Leave me alone, Piku Piku. Cool. More pepper. So if we can get as much pepper as we can, then it'll make the run very safe. We can also do a launcher, which is a really good way to control like humanoid characters, especially if they like to get on either side of you. You'll probably see me do that quite a bit in the next stage as well. You can also taunt while standing on them, which is great. The taunt actually does have some purpose to it. For one thing, it actually changes your hitbox, and that's also going to come in handy in the next stage when we're dealing with a particular type of enemy. And then there's another thing you can do. If you're familiar with like Sentai shows or Power Rangers and things like that, you can, when they pose, sometimes you get a cool explosion like that. That actually has a use, and I'll be using that during the boss after this stage. So.
Last time I played it, we didn't know of any use for that.
Yeah, it actually does have use. It does not do any damage, but it is your panic move, which allows you to buy some space. Another move you can use, which I don't like to use, there is an attack you can use that will set enemies on fire. But the problem with setting enemies on fire is that if they touch you, they set you on fire. And then if you touch an enemy after you're on fire, they get set on fire. And so you just have this game of tag where you keep setting each other on fire. The missile enemies will also set you on fire. So.
Yeah, co-op can be fun with the fire stuff.
Yeah. We don't want to kill this one with this move. We want to set her up for the penetrator. And more pepper for me. Yay! So stage 2 is really short on this one. We have these little mines down here, and I'm on fire. Hooray! It's actually really bad to get hit with those because you miss out on food. It takes longer to clear everything. Alright, so here we are for probably one of the scariest bosses in the run. This is Bunny EX. It's a 3-part boss fight. Strap in, it could be long, it could be short, depends on how well the fight goes. That was not a good start. It's also not good. You always want to try and position Bunny EX as close to me as I can, but with a lot of like room to move towards her. So you'll actually see me like run away. Come on. Because if she runs off screen, then there's nothing I can do about it. No, stop it. Quit doing that move. This fight. It's so tough. Like, tricking her into attacking is one of the hardest things you can do. Come on. There we go. So throws are always the most damaging thing you can do in this game. Stop it. Oh. Yeah, alright, good fight. Oh wait, there's a third phase. Hang on. So this is Bunny EX's third floor. Never mind the interesting particulars of this. This boss phase works best if you can jump on top. The body slam is considered a throw move. There we go. Alright, so it's time for us to actually cook something here. This is where I have to get my little translation cheat sheet. So we want tofu and, wow, 7 peppers. Dinner time! So when you cook with every single ingredient that you have. So all that tofu I collected and then all 7 peppers combined together and heal for 268. So this is why you save up for the really good food. So now my health is, well, great. So for the rest of the game, now I don't have to worry so much about food, as long as I don't take too much damage. So stage 4 introduces the swimmer enemies. These are like kind of diver guys. I think this is probably the reason that some people get a little bit of Choaniki vibes from this game, just because the character designs are just so weird. Yeah, the game definitely starts, stops pulling its punches on this stage, though. They start regularly sending waves of 3 enemies and big sets of enemies at this point. So, as long as we can keep them, kicked down with our throw attacks, then... Yes, that's right. Oh, I just sneezed at me. Oh my gosh, she's dancing on me. Why?
He's tap dancing on your head.
Yes, even the little guys, if they're still alive, can disrupt you. They don't do any damage, but they stun you. So a mechanic I haven't mentioned yet, when you hit enemies, little white stars, they look like little white fireworks, start exploding over their head. You can actually stack up to 3 of them, and then they eventually fade off. If they fade off, then you have, then the enemies regain control. But they can also put stars on you by hitting you. And the most common way that happens is from the bow eyes. So some throws you are invulnerable while you are doing them, and some you are not. During the head spin throw like this, we actually gain iframes for the whole thing. But if I'm doing the energy ball, I can be interrupted if something hits me. Also, if you plant enemies in the ground while they are up against the far side of the stage, then they will instantly right themselves, and you can't actually on top of them. So this is probably the first time you're going to see me use the cool anime or cool Sentai explosion ability. Because if you wind up with two swimmers on opposite ends from each other, they're going to charge you like crazy. So we want to do everything we can to keep these guys together. Also, they break out of stun very fast, so I usually go like 2 combos on them before trying to throw them. Because they'll break out and they have a really high priority attack they can use that will knock you away. Oh, lamp almost hit me. So, it's usually a good idea to clear food as fast as possible, so I'm still going to be picking it up even though I don't really need it. Because every time food is cleared, it frees up a spawn for another enemy. The maximum number of enemies and food at once is 3. Anytime an enemy dies, I'm going to make a point to pick up their food. And I'm usually going to kill the tiny Yoshiros, these guys, with my feet, because they drop tofu when you do that. It's the only way to get tofu as far as I know. It doesn't really matter for this stage, but I am going to pick up a little bit more pepper and a little bit more tofu just to top myself off before the 5th stage, the final stage. So, it's been a good run so far. Bunny EX is probably the scariest boss in the game.
I will say, like, even casually, this is a very fun game.
Oh yeah.
Especially
Yep. Yeah, the fun thing about this game is that you can still continue even if you die, and you start at the beginning of whatever stage you were on. So you either start at the beginning of the general beat 'em up level, or the boss stages are considered separate. So, alright, so here's where we're going to grab our next pepper. Beat 'em up as fast as we can, get them low, and then get jump kicks to finish them. Delightful. Alright, so this particular combat section right here with these 2 swimmers is a great example of why you never want to pick up a clone. If I picked up the clone power-up from the lamp back there... Oh, I missed the chance to interrupt him. That was probably about a frame off. If you pick up the clone item, you get about 4 Yoshiros to spawn here, and they are extremely disruptive of this battle with the other 2. So this is another kind of wall of a boss. This is Baron, and we want to make it a point not to be caught by his hat, his birds, or his tie. So he always counters your attacks with either the bird or the hat. The hat will transform you into a random enemy, which we don't want. And the birds will stun you. Alright, cool. That's a good fight. This guy can wreck you your first time, so... Alright, so we want tofu and pepper. Dinner time! Okay, so another big heal. Not as much because we don't have quite as much pepper, but it's still a humongous heal.
Yeah, it's still a good number.
Yeah, we're starting to actually tap into dark blue here. Well, never mind, it's gone. Yeah, swimmers, they don't mess around. So, pretty much the entirety of this fight, though, you're going to be seeing a lot of like mixes of enemies, and so you have to be kind of careful and considerate about how you handle them in a speedrun. So. There's tofu. It doesn't matter what we get here because the next stage, I'm going to show off something fun for the final boss. boss fight. So we're just going to kill as fast as we can here. So this is the final stage. It only has one stage to it, and then you get one last meal before the final boss. So that little shadow, if you haven't noticed yet, is a missile. No. Right. If you can get up on top of an enemy, it actually makes fighting swimmers a lot easier. I just barely got that throw off in time. So there's the counter. That right there is how you can buy room if you get like a sandwich between two swimmers. I like this fight because it's the only one in the game that has 2 drools in it, and drools you can vault off of them every single time, and they're really, really good for that. But I really only want one of them. Because I want to be able to spawn more enemies. Ah, how did I miss? But especially for the swimmers, you want to be able to jump off of that just to be able to get a little control over the situation. Plus, you can kill the claw guys in exactly 1 hit. Snip up him. There we go. Great opportunity to use this.
Everyone's on fire.
Everyone's on fire. I just don't want to be the last one on fire. So fire will keep spreading, by the way, until you knock someone down. So. Ah, claw, why?
So one thing I had to mention is how to do all these different.
Yeah, they are not intuitive. The game does not explain this at all.
So, like, when you get into the grapple animation by walking to it, it's based on your inputs.
Yep.
And some of these inputs are pretty crazy.
Nah, there's only 2 inputs that you can do. The first one, the uppercut move is just the left shoulder button mashed, and then it'll throw them. It'll make that little, and then you can follow it up with an attack like that. And then the other moves are alternating left and right shoulder buttons. If you alternate them kind of slowly, I don't know how to describe it other than kind of slowly, you get the weaker throw that comes out faster. And for Madamoiselle, it's the orb attack. And then if you rotate the buttons fast, you get the same button input, LR, LR. You will get the head spin.
I bet you. Yeah, so getting these different throws off while I was not the easiest. This is not so
I'm actually like you can kind of set yourself up with it depending on how many stars or how many hits in your combo you do. If you do like 1 or 2, maybe even 3 total hits. By the way, there's the clone. So there we go. Let me do one last thing here real quick. We want this. So if you do double mushroom, you get this delightful dish right here. Poison mushrooms. Negative 999. Which means you start your next fight with no health. This is the final boss. So I'm gonna focus on this. So fairly predictable boss. A little tricky to learn your first time. If you can basically just run away from the vacuum attack, wait for the spear to show up. I'm only watching for one very particular move he can do that's very dangerous with your at 1 health, which is... Okay, he didn't do it, which means it's almost time. 1 key on the numpad. I'm gonna grab the protein. Oh no, he got me! I'm dead! Oh no, why? Oh my gosh. Oh, the choke. That's fine. I'll stop screwing around with it. Color swap. Run invalid. If I had just run away even a little bit there, that fight would have been over. My bad. Ah! So yeah, the run attack on this is double tapping forward, and I'm trying to like end the oh, that's the dangerous attack, by the way, which would have hit me if I had run out. We'll pretend that didn't happen. So, but yeah, his dangerous attack that he can do is if he shrinks down to the little ball, he can do a dash, and I have to very quickly input a slide attack. So time happens when I pick up the protein at the end. Time. So a little overestimate, but pretty good. Would have been almost on estimate if I had not messed that up. So
just to get the run.
Yep, but that's Gourmet Warriors. That's Mademoiselle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. She is the slowest of the 3 characters, just because her throws, like, they have really long animations and they don't do enough damage. Bonjour is like the slowest moving, but by far the fastest. But my personal favorite, is Très Bien. He's just super fun to play. I love speedsters and brawlers. So, but yeah, anyway, that's Gourmet Warriors. Stay tuned, because in a few minutes we'll be taking a trip back, I don't know, anywhere between, what, 7, 22, or even 37 years ago, depending on how you're looking at it. So, it's 37? No, I don't know, it's more than that. A bunch of years ago. So, Back to the Future